Blessed be this wonderful creation that the gods have given us. Whether you believe it's a computer construct or not, like certain people do, even if it is, it's still a wonderful thing. We can make it a wonderful thing. Folks, how much crime would there be if everybody's making shit tons of money? Come on. How much crime do you think there'd be if everybody's making shit tons of money? Wouldn't be. Wouldn't be no need for crime, would there? No. If you're making shit tons of money, what do you need crime for? Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you don't need it, do you? No. No, you don't. Could it be that the reason they don't like the idea of a jubilee is because crime would drop like a rock? And then they wouldn't have an excuse to take control? Listen, the only way these elite bastards can take control of us is if they create a chaos, and then they come in and offer the solution to that chaos. Order out of chaos. Isn't that what their slogan is? Yeah. Order out of chaos. Okay, so if they can't get us to make chaos, if they can't get us to foment some kind of problem, then they can't come in with the cure for the problem, can they? No. If everybody is making shit tons of money, what happens to crime? Come on, class. What happens to crime if everybody's making shit tons of money? It virtually disappears, doesn't it? Yeah. You don't need it. You do not need to steal if you've got tons of money. You don't need to. So crime drops like a rock. And crime is that vessel that the elites love to use to keep us under control, to literally keep their thumb on our backs. How many of you knew that? Honestly. Be honest. Be honest. How many of you knew that? So when you go out and perpetrate a crime, what are you doing? You're working at the behest of Rothschild and Rockefeller, ultimately. Yeah. Now, granted, there's a mediator called George Soros, but that's beside the point. You're still working at the behest of Rothschild and Rockefeller, who are enemies of the state. Right? Yeah. They're enemies of the state. Now, good old David's dead. I'm glad. I'm not shedding one tear for David Rockefeller. He was an evil man. And he founded a lot of institutions here in America that are genuinely anti-American. Council on Foreign Relations, is that a pro-American entity or not? How about the Trilateral Commission? Is that a pro-American entity or not? How about the Federal Reserve and the IRS? Are they pro-America entities or are they not? No, none of those entities are pro-America. All of those entities are designed for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to destroy, ultimately, the United States of America. That's their purpose. That's their reason for being. Now, you won't find this on the internet. You're going to have to go to an actual library and pull down real books off the shelves, because you're not going to find it on the internet. You're not. But I was glad to see Albert Pike's statue come down. I was glad to see that, because he was an evil man. All right. Aleister Crowley, Albert Pike, and Frank Parsons, the three most evil men in America. Three most evil men in America. So I was kind of glad to see Pike's statue come down. It come down for the wrong reasons, but it come down. And so I was pleased with that, I have to say. I would have preferred to have been taken down by other methods, though, because I don't want to advocate anarchy or chaos or confusion, because those things are from the dark side of the Force, to quote Star Wars. They're from a dark path, an evil path. I don't want that.
The red rose, which is the tuta rose of England, the symbol for world socialism. Now here's the Queen of England with some pornographer or murderer or something, I don't know who he is. All the above. Some drug pusher or something.
Well, both of them are drug pushers.
Oh yeah, they both are.
Yeah,
But he's proud to show you his red rose.
yeah.
Here's Castro with his rose. It looks a little wilted.
Yeah, but he's a little bit.
But so is his country.
He's falling from grace.
Huh?
He's falling from grace.
Oh, I guess maybe. Yeah, I think so. There's the, here was the Communist Party chief that Yeltsin overthrew. And there he is with his red rose. Here is the guy called the Butcher of the Balkans. There he is waving his red rose for world socialism. The Royal Arch. And here is the man who gave Freemasonry the Royal Arch degree. His name was St. Louis. St. Louis was the Freemason who gave to Freemasonry something called the Royal Arch degree in Jerusalem. And that's why we have the Royal Arch in St. Louis, for the Royal Arch degree of Freemasonry. There's that's Albert Pike. Yeah, Albert Pike, the Grand Master of World Freemasonry. Yeah. He was thinking to himself, boy, if you chumps knew half of the crap that we're doing. If you chumps ever found out what we were doing, you'd be real big time, disappointed. Yeah, I've been on mushrooms for 41 years.